how many drivers you know are going to leave a cushy job with a carrier that's been around for 100 years to come join a startup?
Right.
That's a challenge. So what we did was we engaged social media. We engaged some of the drivers that already knew us, that knew who we were as people, and we let them tell the story, right? And that's part of the reason why I got into you specifically. So it's kind of crazy, right? So I started researching, start looking at YouTube videos, I started talking to people, and I realized there was a disconnect. Same thing you guys did, right? Most podcast and or video was aimed at either A, content specific to the technical aspect of the industry and or companies, right? Maybe the driver is talking about his user experience. Hey, I'm driving, I'm going down the road, look at the roads, look at what I'm doing, I'm stopping at this way station, etc. But there was nobody telling the story. That narrative was important. I realized that. So I kind of stole that a little bit from you guys. I was like, we gotta get down to the roots, man. We gotta talk to people about stories. So we went on and we went to Vegas, of all places, signed up to go to a marketing convention, right? Because we had an LLC that did marketing. Our LLC was just handling like website development and or some kind of digital marketing for some of the transportation companies. Like I said, we want to help the owner operators, et cetera. So we go down there with the intent of hiring as many guys that knew what the hell they were doing that we could. We knew that we could land lanes and land transportation. We knew that there was nobody really covering transportation except a select few people. And what are we going to do? Well, we're going to be marketers. I'll never forget this. We're sitting there in Vegas in front
We're doing a keynote speech at a conference, 8 months old. And we're sitting here showing transportation. And I even asked him, I was like, bro, why are we here? This is a Vegas marketing conference. Like, we can look really cool, but I don't think they're gonna understand what we're talking about. Like, man, when we walked off stage and we walked down the hallway, we were at the Don's. Where were we at? The Caesar Palace.
Caesar Palace.
And I mean, I felt like paparazzi, brother. Like, I'm sitting here, marketers like, can we market for you? Can we white label your business? I'm sitting here like, I'm like, light bulb, and he's sitting here like, dummy. I knew this the whole time. I'm like, how would you have thought to go to a marketing
Everybody's
conference?
going over there to sell their product, right? But they're selling their product to other marketers. I'm like, I'm the only one going in there to buy this damn thing, man. Yeah. I need to know how to reach the people. So I start looking at all kinds of different marketers, right? You got those that are very tech savvy, right? They're looking at SEO optimization. They're looking at algorithms and how Google peaks, et cetera. Had other guys that are looking at web design development and the architecture of that. And I found, I'll give these guys a shout out too, man. So these guys are from Des Moines, Iowa, right? Guy shows up. And he's a little bit frumpier than me. Funny story. He's the CEO. Dave Macon shows up with his T-shirt. He had a little sports blazer on there that looked like it was like 3 sizes too small, right? And he walks up there and he shows and he talks about how they market for the common guy. And he talks about a podiatrist that needed to sell services. So he says, I'm thinking about what would grab people's attention. So he puts a giant foot on a billboard, man. Like, you're driving by, you can't help but see this thing. It's actually funny, right? You're looking at a big ass foot. Like, what is this?
Right.
So his approach, his demeanor was so common sense and so down to earth that I'm like, dude, this is the guy that understands comedy. He understands humor. He's not looking at all the digital crap that everybody else is. We're good at that. Like, we're in transportation and dollars for you, man. 100% backgrounds in engineering, quantitative analysis. We got the right pedigree to do that, but that doesn't connect with the people.
Right.
All that does is give you analytical, the ability to analyze data and to interpret data to make smart decisions, right? But connected with the people, that's the key. So I see this guy. I was like, this guy's got it. All these other guys missing the point, man. I could offshore all of my marketing spend into 4, I'd say probably 3 specific countries, and I'm gonna call those out by name, but I could cut my cost by 90% and have every bit of technology you could think of just offshored, right? Or I could find a guy here that knows how to talk to everybody. So we found those guys, right? Nexus, it's the company, Nexus 6. So we swallowed this guy up, told him, look, man, you're gonna come work with us. we're gonna start developing some cool stuff. So they started building the not the podcast. We started the
But
blog,
videos,
the videography.
blogs. Yep.
If you look at our videos, they're kind of crazy. Like we take our guys to the ranges, so we go out there. We fire like AK-47s, M4s, fully automatic rifles. This year we're going out to shoot tanks. Right, we're doing a lot of like
Missiles
team building
tanks.
stuff.
Yep.
Right.
And I do what I know. Right, I know that firing crazy ass weapons is fun. You know, I don't care where you're from, but if you're in the back of a tank and you get to blow up a car or something like that, that's kind of cool, right? So we figured, what
We
could
all
we
got
do
anger.
that's outrageous? Well, what I'm saying, I'm like, what could we do? Like, I left the Fortune 500 companies. I have a lot of respect for them. I have a lot of respect for guys that lead these enterprises, right? They're designed to work inside the confines of a machine, and they do very good at that. I was born for something different. I think outside the box, and I wanted to be able to permeate that. So at that convention, while everybody else was out there to sell marketing, we were there to buy them. We went out there and swallowed up all the marketing content that we could find. We chose the guys that we wanted, and that's been a blessing, right?
Yeah, it has. I mean, our marketing presence, I mean, for like a lot of companies try to get to 10,000 followers. You know, some of our big competitors have 10, 20, 30. I think we have 56,000 followers on a company page when the average audience is 3,000 to 4,000. And when you think about the companies that have 50,000 followers or more, they have between 20 to 50,000 employees. When you have 55,000 followers and you only have 185, 200 employees, you're doing your job from a marketing standpoint.
Good stuff.